Hey now, welcome to this week's edition of A Schmuck Named Matt, and welcome to Satan's Butthole, known as Florida this week, because not only is it 97 degrees with a feel like of 115, we've got a damn Sahara dust storm coming at us. Look at me running in it this week. Damn, my butt looks good in those pants, and look at that quafting hair. But yeah, so this is a dust storm that originated in Africa earlier this year. It's headed this way. They're calling it the Godzilla dust storm. So be careful out there. I know I was out in it earlier this weekend, and I could definitely feel I couldn't breathe as well as usual, and I don't have any respiratory issues, and I don't have the COVID, and I couldn't see as well in the sky, seeing the ball go, and I knew something was up. So definitely be careful with this out there, because guess what? COVID is still there, and you should be wearing a mask anyway. That's right, people. COVID, still here. And we have our fearful leader seen here looking like someone just asked him where Barron's been for the last 2 years. I don't know. What's a Barron? I ain't seen that thing in there. It's just been horrible leadership amongst everybody. Let's just be honest with this. One person tells somebody the other. Another one tells somebody else another thing. It's like playing a bad game of telephone. Alone in Florida, we had 9,500 cases this weekend in one day. The next day, 8,500 plus. So they're trying to say this thing's diminishing? No, they're not. They had to close the bars here. They're closing most of the beaches for the 4th of July weekend. Mandatory masks are now in most counties. Well, not most, but it's definitely in the Central Florida area. They're getting up with that. So this thing keeps going. And what I have a problem with is Trump says something, then Pence says something to try and clean up what Trump said. Then, like our governor, Ron DeSantis, he says the same thing. It's like one big human political Pete. Yeah, wear a damn mask, and I won't have to make things and put that image in your head. God. You know, if there's one good thing that's going to come out of this entire campaign season, it's this.
Okay, let's see what you think about the fake news media. Over there. CNN, they spread fake news. They controlled by the you-know-who's. George Soros and his nasty friends. That's right, buddy!
Yep, that's Sasha Cohen making his next season of his satire show, Who is America? I love that show. It's so good. If you get a chance, try to check out the season. I think it was a year or two ago. Really, really funny. This one took place in Washington State on Saturday at the March of Our Rights 3 event. And apparently a last-minute donor came in to have him perform, and whatever character this is, nobody really put that out there yet. So he got up there, said some things about Dr. Fauci, Bill Gates, Obama, Biden, and of course the crowd sung along with him.
Here we go. Obama, what we gonna do? Inject him with the blue hand flu. Inject him with the blue hand flu. Come on.
And finally, all the event organizers ran up there and tried to stop it, and they unplugged him. So hopefully when that show comes out, this clip hits. I'm sure it'll be around election time because that's when he likes to target it. And then we had this come out of St. Louis this weekend. Yeah, so this white couple stood outside their giant home in St. Louis with an assault rifle and a pistol because they thought an angry mob was coming to get them as they protested the mayor of St. Louis down their street. Now, I'm not going to say their names because I don't think it's worth it, but they're personal injury attorneys. These are attorneys, okay? They got their guns out, they got their fancy little house, and they came outside with their guns, not even wearing shoes. Really, if the mob wanted to take them down, all they had to do was throw Legos at them, and they're not going anywhere. What idiots. I don't get it. I don't get it. And you know what's worst of all? They look like Alec Baldwin and Catherine O'Hara making a Christopher Guest movie from the 90s. What would it be called? I was trying to figure that out today, but I couldn't come up with one. Hey, put one down in the comments and hit that subscribe button while you're at it, and give me one of these. Or one of these. I don't care. It's political stuff this week. It's all that's out there. That COVID. Well, except for this, we did have a really good sports story.
Somebody stepping a duck.
Yep, so with the PGA fired back up, so is apparently Ian Poulter's gut. They were at the Travelers Championship at TPC River Highlands in Connecticut this weekend. Justin Johnson won, but no one cares. But the real fun was this again. Ian, whoa, okay, hey, Don't come at me guns hot like that, man. We already know you got problems. But this guy's not a big fan favorite either, so he's going to have this hang around him for a while, like I'm sure it hung around that area. Thanks, Ian. We needed that. Now, go away. We have theme park news.
We've been invited to Disney World to see Space Mountain.
We're traveling light, we brought a smile, a dance, a song.
Yep, annual pass holder previews went live today on the Disney app and the website, so any pass holder that could make it could get in there and set their preview date for July 9th or the 10th at either Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom. You can't do both, you only get to pick one. So they had those out today, and they sold out, of course, in minutes. Now, one announcement, too, is that Oga's Cantina was at Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars land, for those of you who don't know the fancy terms of it at Hollywood Studios, was removed from the official restaurant reopening list at Walt Disney World because it's basically just a bar in a tight spot. So they're not going to risk it, even though Disney's probably just going to say, oh, the whole park sells more than 50% food, so all the bars are good. We'll put lids on everything. They're going to try to get away with it. And of course, Governor DeSantis came out, let's purposely say it DeSantis, don't even try to correct me, came out and said he's not going to try to force the parks to close. Disney, listen to us. Listen to the people that pay to come to the parks. People that have worked at the parks. People that know people that work at the parks. Please do not open yet. Do us a favor. We're not worried about you. We're worried about the people coming. That's the problem. So please, be responsible. I still want you to push to August. Okay? That's not just coming from me, a former cast member. I golfed this weekend with one who's current, and I won't say who or where, but what he told me was he and his wife are not comfortable coming back, and they work in the food and beverage area where you're not allowed to have a mask on, or not supposed to, rather. So they're worried that they're going to be the most exposed and the most vulnerable. And they're actually looking to go elsewhere because they don't want to be in that environment. So please, push it until you have everything locked down. All right, this has been kind of an intense show. A lot of weird stuff this weekend. I've been honestly trying to stay away from the news. I watched 4 or 5 NASCAR races this weekend. Whatever I could get my mind off of everything going on, being safe, wearing a mask when I'm not in my yard with nobody around. So I know it's been a little intense. So we're all good. I'm not going to use one of those cheesy phrases. I'm just going to say we're all good. Now, I am going to leave you with a clip that I personally found amazing. It's Shaq playing horse with Rob Gronkowski, and guess who won? Have a good one, guys. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Game over.